If you've used Excel for more than 5 minutes, then I have no doubt you know how to resize columns. So you might think, why in the world do I need to watch this video? Excel users all over the world will resize their columns in one of two ways. They'll grab the little divider between two column headings, click and hold the left mouse button, and manually drag left or right and do what's called a manual column resize. But then you quickly learn as a beginner that if you place your mouse over that column heading divider and just give it a double click, you can get what's called an auto fit. And this basically says, hey, if the column's too wide, shrink it down. But if the column's too skinny and information is being cut off, fatten it up. But for me, I would like something that has a little more control. Feel free to download this file from the link in the video description so you can follow along, and then easily add all of the code for these two feature buttons. The VBA Code files are included in the download link. I've constructed two macros that you can easily add into your Personal Macro Workbook so you can have a bit of sophistication when it comes to column resizes. Up in my Quick Access Toolbar, I have these two buttons I've created: Resize by Percentage and Fixed Percentage by Largest. Now here's what these two new features do. If I were to highlight these columns, double-click one of the heading dividers, and this ensures that these are at the absolute minimum amount of width. Nothing's being cut off, but nothing's being wasted. Well, what if I would like to take each of those columns and make them 20% larger? In other words, if a column is 100 pixels wide, I now want it to be 120 pixels wide. But if it's only 40 pixels wide, I want it to be 10 pixels wider. If I highlight these columns, I'm going to go up to my Quick Access Toolbar and click Resize by Percentage. I'll give that a click, and I'm asked what I want that percentage to be. So this is not a fixed percentage. This can be anything you want it to be. Any positive numbers will increase the column's width. Any negative numbers will decrease the column's width. So if I were to type in 20, hit OK, each one of those columns is now 20% wider than it originally was. Now, if that wasn't obvious, I'm going to double click and resize them back to their minimums. Notice if I go to column D, that column is 54 pixels wide. But if I go to column G, it's 99 pixels wide. So if I say 100%, this should go to just a little over 100 pixels. But this one will go to almost 200 pixels. So let's try that again. I'll highlight the columns, go up to Resize by Percentage, and I'll put in 100%. Price is now 101. Commission is now 191. Now, as you probably just observed, this is not an exact 100% increase. There is a bit of rounding that goes on behind the scenes that causes a bit of inaccuracy, but it's pretty close. The other column width feature that I've named Fixed Percentage by Largest applies to this scenario. If I were to take these columns and make them smaller, they all turn into pound signs because numbers can't be shown if the column isn't wide enough to display them. So users will highlight these columns, double-click one of the heading dividers, and get that perfect fit. But for me, this information is too densely packed. It's very difficult to read. So what I'd like to do is put some padding between each of these columns. I don't want to highlight these and double-click because the columns might be just slightly larger or slightly smaller than the neighboring columns. I want them all to be exactly the same width. But here's the catch. I want them to all be exactly the same width based on the largest column. In this case, the total column is the largest. So if I were to go to the total column and say, hey, I would like you to be 20% wider, well, this column is now 147 pixels wide. I want all these other columns to be the exact same 147 pixels wide, regardless of what they actually started as. So to do that, I'm going to highlight all of these columns with numbers. I'll go up to Fixed Percentage by Largest. If you type in a positive number, the largest column in the selection will get that percentage increase. If you type in a negative number, the largest column in that selection will get that decrease. Then whatever that number calculates to, all of the columns will receive that value. So if I were to type in 10%, hit OK, the total column received a 10% increase in size, and that worked out to be 125 pixels. But I can go to any of these other columns, and they're all 125 pixels. Because in a table like this, I like consistency in my column widths, regardless of the content. You can even do this with a blank sheet that has no data. You could highlight a series of columns, go up to Resize by Percentage, I'll type in 50%, and those columns are now 50% wider. And it's not guesswork. Let's now examine the VBA code behind these two buttons, how to incorporate this code into your version of Excel, and then how to create those launch buttons. To see the code, go to any sheet in the workbook, right-click, and choose View Code. This will open up the Visual Basic editor. Here is the code that launches the first macro that resizes each column by a percentage relative to that column's original width. Now, luckily, you don't have to write any of this code. The only thing you'll need to know how to do is how to add it to your Personal Macro Workbook. This is the code that resizes all the columns identically based on an applied percentage to the largest column. I've tried to include as much documentation in here if you're curious about how this works. The documentation portions are in green. Contained in the zip file provided by the link in the video description are two .bas files, or Visual Basic Code files. One is called Resize by Percentage, which has the code that was in the first demonstration, and then another called Fixed Percentage by Largest, which is the code used in the second demonstration. To add these two code modules to Excel so they can be used universally like any other Excel feature, back in the Visual Basic Editor, we'll add these two code modules to our Personal Macro Workbook. In this Project Explorer window on the left, if you don't have a Personal Macro Workbook listed, it will need to be created. And by the way, if you don't see this Project Explorer, go up to View and then just activate Project Explorer. But if you're missing the Personal Macro Workbook, go back to Excel, and in the lower left corner of the screen, we're going to click the Record Macro button. If it's not already set to Personal Macro Workbook, click this drop-down and set it to Personal Macro Workbook. Click OK, and then immediately go back down to the lower left-hand corner and click the Stop Recording button. This is all that's necessary to create that Personal Macro Workbook. So switching back to the Visual Basic Editor, you should now have this entry. If we expand the Personal Macro Workbook and then expand the Modules folder, if you just created the Personal Macro Workbook, you won't have any modules in here, but I've got some from other projects. Right-click on the Personal Macro Workbook, go to Import File, then browse to the folder that holds those two .bas files. We'll select Resize by Percentage, click Open, and now we have the Resize by Percentage macro in our Personal Macro Workbook. I'll right-click the Personal Macro Workbook, go to Import File, and now I'll click the other one, Fixed Percentage by Largest. So now I have both of these macros inside of my Personal Macro Workbook. This makes them universally usable throughout all Excel files. Now it's time to build the launch buttons for those two macros. Returning to Excel, at the far right of the Quick Access Toolbar, we'll click the down arrow and choose More Commands. In this middle section where it says Popular Commands, we will switch that to macros. I'll scroll down and find my first macro, Resize Columns by Percentage of Autofit. Click that macro, click Add in the middle, and add it to the right panel. I'll do the same thing for Resize Columns to Max Autofit plus Percentage, and add that one. The only thing left to do is to rename them and give them better icons. So choosing the first one, I'll go to Modify. We'll rename this first one to Resize by Percentage, and I'll give it this icon. Hit OK. Select the second one, click Modify, and we'll rename this one to Fixed Percentage by Largest, and I'll scroll down and give it this icon. Hit OK. Hit OK again, and now we have those two buttons in our Quick Access Toolbar. If you'd prefer labels next to your buttons, you can click that down arrow next to the Quick Access Toolbar and move the Quick Access Toolbar below the ribbon. This will give you more colorful buttons and give you labels in case you don't remember which one is which. Back in my first example, I'll highlight my columns. I want each column to be 50% wider than its original size. I'll go to Resize by Percentage, type in 50, hit OK, and each column is now 50% wider. In my state sales table, I would like the total column to be 15% wider, and then whatever that value calculates to, I want it applied to all of the other months. So I'll highlight all of the columns with numbers, go up to Fixed Percentage by Largest, type in 15, hit OK. Total is 130 pixels wide. Every column is 130 pixels wide. So there we have two new ways to resize columns. Let's go beyond the default resize techniques and give Excel a bit more flexibility. Leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think about these abilities, and don't forget to download the Visual Basic files along with this Excel spreadsheet so you can add this code to your world and then test it out. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, at BCTI, the learning never stops.